Hello, thank you for tuning in. You are tuned in to Esoteric Guidance, and my name is Nehru. We are on to further reading into the Book of Jubilees. Okay, and so we finished up yesterday with the sacrifice of Isaac when Abraham was called by highest divine white light to sacrifice Isaac, but highest divine white light provided an alternative. Okay, he was just testing their faith to see if he would be willing to sacrifice his child for the love of highest divine white light. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick up. I hope you're doing well, Soul Tribe Collective. I hope your Saturday is going well, or whenever you happen to come across this video. Okay, and Abraham went to his young men, and they arose and went together to Beersheba. And we're just recapping real quick. Okay, the last couple of the last section for the end of yesterday's reading, which was number 9. Confirmation, excuse me, and went forth together to Beersheba, and Abraham dwelt by the well of the oath, and he celebrated this festival every year, 7 days with joy, and he called it the festival of the Lord, according to the 7 days during which he went and returned in peace. And accordingly accordingly hath it been ordained and written on the heavenly tables regarding Israel and its seed, that they should observe this festival 7 days with joy and of the festival. Okay. So, so let's go ahead and pick up with the death and burial of Sarah, Abraham's first wife, or original wife, I guess you could say. And in the first year of the first week of the 42nd Jubilee, Abraham returned and dwelt opposite Hebron, that is Kirjah Arba, 2 weeks of years. In the first year of the third week of this Jubilee, the days of the life of Sarah were accomplished, and she died in Hebron. And Abraham went to mourn over her and buried her, and we tried to see if his spirit were patient, and he were not patient of spirit. He conversed with the children of Heth to the intent that hold on, I think I skipped a section here. And we tried him to see if his spirit were patient, and he were not indignant in the words of his mouth, and he was found patient in this, and was not disturbed. For in patience of spirit he conversed with the children of Heth to the intent that they should give him a place in which to bury his dead. And the Lord gave grace before all who saw him, and he besought in gentleness the son of Heth, and they gave him the land of the double cave over against Mamre. I wonder if that's also relating to the cave of treasures that Adam and Eve were in. I wonder. That is Hebron, for 400 pieces of silver. And they besought him, saying, we shall give it to thee for nothing. But he would not take it from their hands for nothing, for he gave the price of the place, the money in full, and he bowed down before them twice. And after this, he buried his dead in the double cave. And all the days of the life of Sarah were 127 years. That is 2 Jubilees. See there? 2 Jubilees. A Jubilee is 50 years. 2 Jubilees and 4 weeks and 1 year. So I wonder if the 2 Jubilees representing the 100 and the 4 weeks. Interesting. And 1 year. These are the days of the years of Sarah, of the life of Sarah. This is the 10th trial wherewith Abraham was tried, and he was found faithful, patient in spirit. And he said not a single word regarding the rumor in the land, how that God had said that he would give it to him and to his seed after him. And he begged a place there to bury his dead, for he was found faithful, and was recorded on the heavenly tablets as the friend of God. Okay, so Abraham is known as the friend of God. What will be your legacy? Again, mine will be the obeyer. Okay? I don't exalt myself, so it doesn't need to be the great obeyer. It doesn't need to be anything like that. Okay? That's glamorizing things. Okay? But I will be known as the obeyer. Okay? Marriage of or at least that will be my legacy. Marriage of Isaac and second marriage of Abraham. The birth of Esau and Jacob. Okay? And in the 4th year thereof, he took a wife for his son Isaac, and her name was Rebekah, the daughter of Bethuel, the son of Nahor, the brother of Abraham, the sister of Laban, and the daughter of Bethuel. And Bethuel was the son of Milcah, who was the wife of Nahor, the brother of Abraham. And Abraham took to himself a 3rd wife, and her name was Keturah. For from among the daughters of his household servants, for Hagar had died before Sarah. And she bare him 6 sons, Zimram, Joshan, and Midam, and Midian, and Ishbak, and Shua, in the 2 weeks of years. So 2 weeks definitely represents years. It doesn't represent 2 weeks as in 14 days. Okay? And as often we see 2 weeks of years mentioned in this Book of Jubilees and elsewhere. And in the 6th week, in the 2nd year thereof, Rebekah bare to Isaac 2 sons, Jacob and Esau. And Jacob was a smooth and upright man, and Esau was fierce, a man of the field, and hairy, and Jacob dwelt in tents. And the youths grew, and Jacob learned to write, but Esau did not learn, for he was a man of the field and a hunter. He learnt war, and all his deeds were fierce. Okay? Abraham loves Jacob and blesses him. Again, your children should never see you show favor to one child over another. They should never know. Okay? Even if you do, they should never know it. They should never be aware of it. Okay? Mom and dad should love the same. Okay? All of their children. And Abraham loved Jacob because Isaac loved Esau. And Abraham saw the deeds of Esau, and he knew that in Jacob should his name and seed be called. And he called Rebekah and gave commandment regarding Jacob, for he knew that she too loved Jacob much more than Esau. And he said unto her, My daughter, watch over my son Jacob, for he shall be in my stead on the earth, and for a blessing in the midst of the children of men, and for the glory of the whole seed of Shem. For I know that the Lord will choose him to be a people for possession unto himself above all peoples that are upon the face of the earth. And behold, Isaac my son loveth Esau more than Jacob, but I see that thou truly lovest Jacob. And still further to thy kindness to him, and still further to thy kindness to him, and let thine eyes be upon him in love, for he will be a blessing unto us on to the earth from henceforth unto all generations of the earth. Let thy hands be strong, and let thy heart rejoice in thy son Jacob, for I have loved him far above all my sons. He will be blessed forever, and his seed will fill the whole earth. If a man can number the sand of the earth, his seed also will be numbered. 4. All the blessings wherewith the Lord hath blessed me and my seed shall belong to Jacob and his seed alway. And in his seed shall my name be blessed, and the name of my fathers Shem, Noah, and Enoch, and Mahalalel, and Enos, and Seth, and Adam. And these shall serve to lay the foundations of the heavens, and to strengthen the earth, and to renew all the luminaries which are in the firmament. And he called Jacob before the eyes of Rebekah his mother, and kissed him, and blessed him, and said, Jacob, my beloved son, whom my soul loveth, my God bless thee from above the firmament, and he will give thee all the blessings wherewith he blessed Adam, Enoch, and Noah, and Shem, and all the things of which he told me, and all the things which he promised to give me, may he cause to cleave to thee and to thy seed forever, according to the days of heaven above the earth. And the spirits of Metesima shall not rule over thee or over thy seed, to turn thee from the Lord, who is thy God, from henceforth forevermore. And may the Lord God be a father to thee, and thou the firstborn son to the people alway. Go in peace, my son, and they both went forth together from Abraham, and Rebekah loved Jacob and all her heart, and with all her heart and with her soul, very much more than Esau, but Isaac loved Esau more than Jacob. Also, just as a reminder, or not a reminder, I guess the first time I'm mentioning it, so it's not a reminder, but also today I have posted the 12 zodiac signs related to the Mercury retrograde, okay? Mercury retrograde officially starts August 5th at 12:56 a.m. Eastern Time in the United States. That's 12:56 in the morning, not the afternoon, a.m., just after midnight, 56 minutes after midnight, okay, from August 4th, going into August 5th. It ends officially on 8/28. However, there is a hangover, there is a lag energy with the Mercury retrogrades always. Okay, same thing with full moons and lunar eclipses and solar eclipses. There is a before energy and there is a after energy that lasts for a minute. The after energy lasts for approximately 2 weeks until 9/11. Okay, this year for this August Mercury retrograde. Okay, so all 12 of those zodiac signs are posted. Okay, and they relate to your sun sign, wherever your sun sign is in the zodiac, okay, in your birth chart. Adam's last words to his children and grandchildren, okay, so, Abraham's, I said Adam's, sorry, Abraham's, and in the 42nd Jubilee, in the first year of the 7th week, Abraham called Ishmael and his 12 sons, and Isaac his 2 sons, and the 6 sons of Keturah and their sons, and he commanded them. I was unaware of Keturah and all those sons. Commanded them that they should observe the way of the Lord, unless that name is different or was changed, that they should work righteousness and love each other and love each his neighbor, and act on this manner amongst all men, that they should each so walk with regard to them as to do judgment and righteousness on the earth, that they should circumcise their sons according to the covenant which he had made with them, that was on the 8th day, and not deviate to the right or to the left of all the paths which the Lord had commanded us, and that we should keep ourselves from all fornications and uncleanness, and renounce from among us all fornication and uncleanness. And if any woman or maid commit fornication amongst you, burn her with fire. And let them not commit fornication with her after their eyes and their heart. And let them not take to themselves wives from the daughters of Canaan, for the seed of Canaan will be rooted out of the land. And he told them of the judgment of the giants, and the judgment of the Sodomites, Sodom and Gomorrah, and they had been judged on account of their wickedness, and had died on account of their fornication and uncleanness, and mutual corruption through fornication. And guard yourselves from all fornication and uncleanness, and from all pollution of sin. Lest ye make our name a curse, and your whole life be life a hissing. That's as a snake, as a serpent. And all your sons be destroyed by the sword, and ye become accursed like Sodom, and all your remnant as the sons of Gomorrah. I implore you, my sons, love the Lord of heaven, and cleave ye to all his commandments, and walk not after their idols and after their uncleanness, and make not yourselves molten or graven gods. For they are vanity, and there is no spirit in them. For they are works of man's hands, and all who trust in them trust in nothing. Serve them not, nor worship them, but serve ye the Most High God, and worship him continually, and hope for his countenance always, and work uprightness and righteousness before him, that he may have pleasure in you and grant you his mercy. Something's being granted. That word is stood out to me today. Granted. And send rain upon you morning and evening, and bless all your works which ye have wrought upon the earth. And bless thy bread and thy water, and bless the fruit of thy womb, and the fruit of thy land, and the herds of thy cattle, and the flocks of thy sheep, and ye will be for a blessing on earth, and all nations of the earth will desire you. And someone might feel like they deserve you, but they don't. Will desire you, only be with those who actually have qualified for you to be in their energy. Romantic relationship, platonic relationship, soul tribe members, only accept those who have qualified. And bless your sons in my name, that they may be blessed as I am. And he gave to Ishmael and to his sons and to the sons of Keturah gifts, and sent them away from Isaac his son, and he gave everything to Isaac his son. Alright, so we are on to the dwelling places of the Ishmaelites and the sons of Keturah. And Ishmael and his sons And the sons of Keturah and their sons went together and dwelt from Paran to the entering of Babylon, in all the land which is towards the east, facing the desert. And these mingled with each other, and their name was called Arabs. Okay, so we have the Arabs here and the Ishmaelites. Alexa, where is the land of Paran located?
The land of piranhas is South America. Piranhas are a species of fish
Alexa,
that are
cancel.
native to the...
Alexa, where is the biblical city Paran located?
I found a biblical financial counseling. Biblical financial counseling
Alexa,
is
cancel. Alexa, back. Okay, so we're not going to find that out here. I was just curious to know if it was like, yeah, I was curious to know what it was like, where it was. I don't know if it's Peru or not. I don't know. Alexa, where is Peru located?
Peru is a country in Latin America with a population of 34,200,000.
Okay.
It shares a border with...
Yeah, so no, not there. Adam's last words to Isaac. And in the 6th year of the 7th week of this Jubilee, Abraham called Isaac his son, and commanded him, saying, I am become old, and know not the day of my death, and am full of my days. And behold, I am 175 years old. And throughout all the days of my life I have remembered the Lord, and sought with all my heart to do his will, and to walk uprightly in all his ways. My soul hath hated idols, and I have despised those that served them, and have given my heart and spirit, that I might observe to do the will of him who created me. For he is the living God, and he is holy and faithful. He is righteous beyond all, and there is with him no accepting of men's persons, and no acceptings of gifts. For God is righteous, and executeth judgment on all those who transgress his commandments and despise his covenant. And do thou, my son, observe his commandments and his ordinances and his judgments, and walk not after the abominations, after the graven images, and after the molten images, and eat no blood at all of animals or cattle or any bird which flieth in the air. And if thou dost slay a victim as an acceptable peace offering, slay ye it, and pour out its blood upon the altar. And all the fat of the offering offer on the altar with fine flour, and meat offering mingled with oil. With its drink offering offer them all together on the altar of burnt offering, which is upon the altar, and the fat which is on the belly, and all the fat on the inwards, and the 2 kidneys, and offer these for a sweet savor, acceptable before the Lord. That's interesting. I've offered 2 kidneys. It was through witchcraft and a rare autoimmune virus that's incurable by man, called IgG4 nephropathy. And offer these for a sweet savor, acceptable before the Lord, with its meat offering and with its drink offering for a sweet savor, the bread of the offering unto the Lord, and eat its meat on the day, and eat its meat on that day, and on the 2nd day, and let not the sun on the 2nd day go down upon it till it is eaten. And let nothing be left over for the 3rd day, for it is not acceptable for it is not approved, so it goes bad after the third day. I'm sure they use salt to preserve things. And let it no longer be eaten, and all who thereof will bring sin upon themselves. For thus I have found it written in the books of my forefathers, and in the words of Enoch, and in the words of Noah. By the way, we shared the first book of Enoch that is available on a playlist on this channel. And on all the oblations, thou strew salt. See, strew salt. And let not the salt of the covenant be lacking in all oblations. I don't know why I'm having a hard time saying that. Oblations before the Lord. And as regards the wood of the sacrifice, beware lest thou bring other wood for the altar in addition to these: cypress, Dafran, sagad, pine, fir, cedar, savin, palm, olive, myrrh, laurel, and citron, juniper, and balsam. Okay? And of these kinds of woods lay upon the altar some of these trees we are familiar with today. So the balsam tree is one that's commonly used as a Christmas tree. Okay, we know cedar, we know palm trees, olive trees, right? We know myrrh trees, cypress trees. Okay, of these kinds of wood, lay upon the altar. Sorry about the phone. Lay upon the altar under the sacrifice. Okay, Vance set to hold a rally in Atlanta. Maybe something about Atlanta. Under the sacrifice, such as have been tested as to their appearance, and do not lay thereupon any split or dark wood, but hard and clean, without fault, a sound and new growth, and do not lay thereon old wood, for its fragrance is gone. For there is no altar, for the fragrance is dispersed. I skipped some. For there is no longer fragrance in it as before. Besides these kinds of wood, there is none other that thou shalt place on the altar. For the fragrance is dispersed, and the smell of its fragrance goeth not up to heaven. Observe this commandment, and do it, my sons, that thou mayest be upright in all thy deeds, at all times be clean in thy body, and wash thyself with water before thou approachest to offer on the altar. And wash thy hands and thy feet before thou drawest near to the altar. And also I'm reminded of the libation I did yesterday with my ancestors, or for my ancestors, to my ancestors, in celebration of the new cycle, and a dream confirmation that I received the day prior. Feet. And when thou art done sacrificing, wash thy hands and thy feet, and let no blood appear upon you, nor upon your clothes. Be on thy guard, my son, against the blood. Be on thy guard exceedingly. Cover it with dust, and do not eat any blood, for it is the soul. Eat no blood whatever, and take no gift for the blood of man, lest it be shed with impunity without judgment, for it is the blood that is shed that causes the earth to sin, and the earth cannot be cleansed from the blood of men, save by the blood of him who shed it. and take no present or gift for the blood of man, blood for blood, that thou mayest be accepted before the Lord, the Most High God. For he is the defense of the good, and that thou mayest be preserved from all evil, that he may save thee from every kind of death. I see, my son, that all the works of the children of men are sin and wickedness, and all their deeds are uncleanness and an abomination and a pollution, and there is no righteousness with them. Beware, lest thou shouldest walk in their ways, and tread in their paths, a sin unto death before the Most High God. Else he will hide his face from thee, and give thee back into the hands of thy transgression, and root thee out of the land, and thy seed likewise from under heaven. And thy name and thy seed will perish from the whole earth. Turn away from all their deeds, and all their uncleanness, and observe the ordinance of the Most High, and do his will, and be upright in all things. And he will bless thee in all thy deeds, and will raise up from thee the plant of righteousness through all the earth, throughout all the generations of the earth. And my name and thy name will not be forgotten under heaven forever. Go, my son, in peace. May the Most High God, my God, and thy God, strengthen thee to do his will, and may he bless all thy seed and the residue of thy seed for the generations forever, with all righteous blessings, that thou mayest be a blessing on all the earth. And he went out from him rejoicing. Okay, so we'll see how long the next section is to determine if we will include that one in this reading as well. Okay, yeah. Okay. So Isaac, Ishmael, and Jacob join in the festival with Abraham for the last time, Abraham's prayer. Okay? And it came to pass in the first week, in the 44th Jubilee, in the second year, that is, the year in which Abraham died, that Isaac and Ishmael came from the well of the oath to celebrate the feast of the weeks, that is, the feast of the first fruits of the harvest, to Abraham their father. And Abraham rejoiced because his two sons had come. For Isaac had many possessions in Beersheba, and Isaac was wont to go and see his possessions, and to return to his father. And in those days Ishmael came to see his father, and they both came together, and Isaac offered a sacrifice for a burnt offering, and presented it on the altar of his father, which he had made in Hebron. And he offered a thank offering, and made a feast of joy before Ishmael, his brother. And Rebekah made new cakes from the new grain, and gave them to Jacob her son, to take them to Abraham his father, from the first fruits of the land, that he might eat and bless the Creator of all things before he died. And Isaac too sent by the hand of Jacob to Abraham a best thank offering, that he might eat and drink. And he ate and drank, and blessed the Most High God, who hath created heaven and earth, who hath made all the fat things of the earth. And this is the abundance of the earth. That's what that means. Okay. And given them to the children of men, that they might eat and drink and bless their Creator. And now I give thanks unto thee, my God, because thou hast caused me to see this day. Behold, I am 180 years old, an old man and full of days. It's interesting that Abraham calls it a full day, but then Noah and those who were before him, right, which again was before the flood, Methuselah ended the longevity of 1,000 years on this earth. Methuselah ended that, okay, Noah's grandfather. After the flood, man was only promised 120 years. And all my days have been unto me peace. The sword of the adversary hath not overcome me in all that thou hast given me, and my children all the days of my life until this day. My God, may thy mercy and thy peace be upon thee, thy servant, and upon the seed of thy son, of his sons, that they may be to thee a chosen nation, and I got chills. Woo! Woo! Heavy chills, heavy chills. There is a song. There is a song that, yeah, maybe I'll play a little bit here. Even it'll be tagged for copywriting, but it's okay. A chosen nation and an inheritance. Again, I'm not worried about who does and does not approve or see this video. I'm not concerned about that. Those who need to see it will see it. Okay, I don't care about YouTube's algorithms. Okay, that's why I use profanity and I use it as I will. I don't care about all of that. From amongst all the nations of the earth, from henceforth unto all the days of the generations of the earth, unto all the ages. Alexa, how old was Abraham when he died?
Abraham Lincoln was assassinated on
Alexa,
April 15th.
cancel. Alexa, when did the biblical character Abraham die?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, Abraham, in the Bible, is said to have died in 1638 BC.
Alexa, when was the biblical Abraham cancel? Alexa, how old is the biblical Abraham when he died?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, according to Genesis chapter 25 verse 7, Abraham was 175 years old when he died.
Okay. So let me go ahead and find this song real quick. So let's take a listen to this song. Let me turn it down. It's probably going to be.
Skincare,
and this is on YouTube. The name of this song is
detergent recommended by dermatologists for sensitive skin, and it's free of dyes and perfumes. For an effective cleanup,
is
wash your laundry with all
God Has a Chosen People, and is by the Mississippi Mass Choir. A nation was chosen, and when they didn't live up to their part, God sent His only begotten Son. By choosing Him, would set His people apart. A choice that's given to every nation before the end will start. For my God has a chosen people, and it's those who make Christ their choice. Yes. Those who make Christ their choice, Christos their choice, highest divine white light their choice. Okay, I don't believe in the rapture. That's what it says, something about the rapture up there. I don't believe in that. That's insignificant, for inconsequential. That has no bearing on what I do. Okay, because again, inspections should not be a surprise. Okay, inspections should not be a surprise. When I was in the military, I loved surprise inspections. Show up and check and see if I'm squared away, whoever you are, drill sergeant, first sergeant, CO, whatever, platoon sergeant. Show up and find out I'm locked in, baby. Right? That's how I am. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of the channel, Soul Tribe Collective. I love you, and I send strength to you. And again, to our divine masculine, divine feminine unions, continue to declare, prophesy, decree, strength to strength, strength to them, okay? And confidence. Continue to manifest and focus on the visions, dreams, and esoteric guidance that you are being shown. Okay? Thank you so much again, and be encouraged.